with regard to WikiLeaks, it's not an example of investigative journalism. There was this man, Bradley Manning, who was a soldier in the Army, who gave all of this data to Julian Assange, and he then made it available to a handful of newspapers. And the newspapers have published those documents. But this is not investigative journalism. As I said, the mainstream media doesn't do much investigative journalism anymore. The American mainstream media is basically toothless. You young people in the audience can't appreciate it because you don't remember when the American mainstream media actually had some bite. But I can assure you it's toothless now, and presidents manipulate it with great ease. With regard to WikiLeaks, I think that what you see, if you look at the documents that have been released so far, is number one, there's not much evidence of lying. There is some for sure. And much of the lying is leaders lying to their own public, not lying to each other. And the best example of this is the head of Yemen, who was in cahoots with the Americans, in particular with General Petraeus, to allow us to use the American Air Force to strike at al-Qaeda targets in Yemen. But the president of Yemen said, you can do that to General Petraeus, but you have to understand that I have to tell my people that it is the Yemenese Air Force that's doing the attacking, not the American Air Force, because it would get me into an immense amount of trouble on the home front, right? And I am very interested. He had a vested interest in dealing with al-Qaeda, right? So he had a good strategic reason for wanting to deal with al-Qaeda. He couldn't do it himself. He was willing to let the Americans do it, but he had to be able to tell his people that it was not the Americans, it was his military, their military that was doing it. This is a strategic cover-up, by the way. The president of Yemen's cover was blown by the WikiLeaks documents. And one of the reasons that he's in so much trouble today and in danger of going overboard, being thrown overboard, is because of WikiLeaks. So WikiLeaks has had a big influence.
Thank you.